Alright, this is the third ranked game I've played. Third. So this is my Copper 4 game, I think it was. Well, fourth ranked game I've played this season. I start this round by making footholds, and I've immediately messed up the camera. Start this round by making footholds here, so that way I can see when someone hops through the window, so that way I have more to rely on than just audio cues or potential callouts that probably won't happen because this is a low elo game. After that, I make a rotate hold. Right? Yep. Make the rotate hole right here, so that way you can have clear sight all the way from this little pocket room here straight to this window here, which is a common entry point in low-level matches like this one.
Bomb located by attackers.
Next, I place one of Goyo's gadgets, the Vulcan canister, right at the base of this window. Right here, and I angle it specifically, so that way the red part of it, the destroyable part, is pointed out towards the footholes. So that way, if I'm standing, zoom out, right here or right here, I can quickly look at the footholes, shoot the canister, and cause a big AoE fire damage thing to happen right here, which lasts for about 15 seconds, to either kill whoever's in here or stall a push that was about to happen through here. While that is happening, Frost has been placing her mats in various oddball locations. The Frost is my duo Q in this ranked game. She's a fucking rat, okay? I mean that in the kindest way. Rats are the best players at Siege. She has a Frost mat just off from where you would normally place it. Quote-unquote normally, right? The strategy most people use with Frost mats is to make them more of an inconvenience than an actual trap. Essentially, if you put one below the window, when someone hops through, they either have to look down, shoot the mat, and potentially lose a gunfight because someone was holding an angle straight onto where the mat is, or they don't look at the mat, and then they get put into down but not out right as they hop through. MJ, though, does neither of these. She picks Frost for the psychological warfare fact of you need to look down if you haven't droned out, because the mat could be there. But also then she puts them in dumb spots that people wouldn't expect them to put them into down but not out. When you get revived from down but not out, you only have 20 HP. That means you're basically one hit from every gun in the game. But also, due to a Frost rework that happened a little while ago, it quite literally breaks your leg, and your character has to walk with a really slow, really loud limp. This gives audio information to anyone nearby because they can physically hear you limping down the hall. But it also makes taking gunfights a lot harder because you have lost a significant amount of maneuverability. You can't just run away, and you can't just quickly dip behind a corner for cover. Next Goyo canister place should be happening pretty soon. Another Frost mat, again, in a very dumb location. If someone goes through here to plant somewhere not the default corner, like if they want to go through here, then plant up here because they didn't breach the wall and they need to take this, they will walk straight into the Frost mat and drop the diffuser. And dropping the diffuser in sight is basically game over for the attackers. Because, well, Now you have to go into enemy line of sight to get your win condition, not even to just execute it.
5 seconds remaining.
Right here, I place a Vulcan canister directly on the double door, so that way if someone breaks this trying to rush through front, I will get information and I will know that they are there, or it will slow them down and they will have to pull off and rotate somewhere else, wasting 15 to 30 seconds trying to find a new entry point that they will either redrone or potentially rush in through trying to save time and die to one of the roamers. The main roamer here being this warden.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Do I place the next canister right away? I do. So this canister here I'm placing for similar reasons as the one in this pocket room, but slightly different. In the pocket room, my goal is to make the enemies run away or die. Here, my goal is to give myself a quick access to run away somewhere else, so I don't have to take the gunfight. Aruni here is placing her laser gates in key positions. One right here, in case someone hops through the window and tries to smoke plant, they have to waste one of their smokes to disable the gate. And another one right here for the exact same reason. Has she placed all her gates? No. Frost reinforcing this main wall just a little bit. And then, wait, where did... She picked up the mat from kitchen, I didn't even know that. So now she's double matted the exact same push if they go to plant in this corner, which is a kind of common plant spot because you have two indestructible walls, well, half walls, protecting you while you're planting. So she planted, she baited the run up and the actual plant spot. Completely wrong. Okay, so what had happened there was while I was explaining that, I placed the Vulcan canister on this window for the same reason as double door, and got instant gratification on the window, and double door popped just a moment ago as well. So now I have intel on both. What just happened there was, if I go back just a little bit, Jackal goes in without droning. Warden is just one room down, so he hears the barricade break, puts himself in a position into where he will cut off Jackal's line of sight just before he swings, and since he has the angle pre-established, he sees Jackal first, and that gives him time to start shooting first and also adjust his aim accordingly, which gets him a free pick with no trouble whatsoever. Aruni and Frost still reinforcing because the main push, or well, the only push really, has been slowed down significantly, that they have the time to continue setting up site with no worries whatsoever. I popped the canister here because just a moment ago, Buck broke the window and began using his skeleton key to break this soft wall. So I pop the canister, he breaks the wall, I swing off of the peek hole he made, and get the kill. After that, I readjust here to watch this long angle because I know someone opened double door, because I got the plus 15 points for the Vulcan detonating. Ash peeks without droning because she's an idiot. Dies instantly. Zero stalls for a bit before going in, but when he does, he shoots the frost mat because he could see it from the window. He goes in, MJ has line of sight straight through. She wins the gunfight because she was already looking at where he was going. That's Diffuser, she gives the call. I'm like, okay, let me see this for myself. Is there anyone gonna swing? Probably not. I see all my teammates going to do the exact same thing. Warden's going up here. I'm like, okay, alright, I'll just stay here then. I hear the cluster charge. Fuse's cluster charge is a really big problem when playing Goyo, because if one of those goes off in the same room as one of the canisters, it will detonate. And that could either, A, completely make the canister irrelevant because they weren't going to push there to begin with. It could get my teammate killed if they're standing in the fire. It could get me killed if I'm standing in the fire. It could create a hazard that forces my teammate into one spot, which then gets them killed by another cluster charge. Just generally not something you want to happen. So I think, okay, bet. And I just pick it up. I just pick it back up, and I put it somewhere that it will be useful no matter what. Right on the diffuser. If it gets blown up by accident, that's time stalled that he can't grab the diffuser, and we can just sit and wait. If it gets blown up on purpose, same thing. While this is happening, Warden begins to fight with Fuse upstairs, and this gives everyone intel because we hear the shots going off, and eventually we see Warden lose the gunfight. MJ, greedy bastard, is like, okay, I'm gonna sit here, huddle up by stairs in case he comes back down here. Aruni, Doc, and I are just like, okay, bet. 3 people on site. Even if MJ dies, it'll be a 3v1. We have diffuser. Easy peasy. Just gotta sit and wait this out. Bro stalls for like a whole 20 seconds before something happens. He's just making his way through, playing real slow and methodical, checking his corners. He knows there's not a Kapkan at this point, so he doesn't need to check the doorways for any EDDs that might catch him off guard. He's playing this pretty smart for a copper, all things considered. Not taking the angles in the best way, but
10 seconds to go.
he places the cluster charge here to get any gadget destruction on this corner, because this is a, not only is it a common plant spot, it's a common power position for the same reason. So it's pretty common for defenders to sit here and just pop between all the angles in this room, this door, this door, this door, this rotate, that door, and that one. So he cluster charges this in case there's someone there, or in case there's utility there. But he doesn't have a throwable, and he doesn't have a drone, and he's not enough HP to win the gunfight. So what I'm assuming what I'm assuming he does, is that he doesn't run into this thinking he'll live. It's that he accepts that he's lost already. I hope that's what happened. I hope that he just accepted he lost already. Because that would be embarrassing.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Right, for this site, I'm playing the aforementioned Kapkan, and I am being a little rat. I'm placing a double EDD setup here. I'm using 2 EDDs on this door, because 2 EDDs will down most and kill 1 and 2 armors, I think, and will down a 3 armor. That or it'll down a 2 armor, kill a 1 armor, and a 3 armor will be left low. And then the next door that I do, I'm pretty sure I do 3 on. No, I do 2 on this, right? Yeah, I double. Or do I triple? I don't remember this match. Yeah, I single and double, yeah. Okay.
10 seconds left. Bomb
It's a bit more of a
located by
conservative play than I normally
5
do,
seconds remaining.
but I don't play Kapkan on Villa much. As for Frost, once again, placing mats in dumb locations. Halfway through the door, you could see it, but also if you run through without looking, which a lot of people do late into the round, you will get nabbed by that, and that is very upsetting. Same thing with this one here. As you can tell, she has a habit. She has a very specific playstyle, and it doesn't really change from
Attackers objective is
site to site.
defuse a
It
bomb.
she just changes where she does it. I place my final two EDDs as the round begins. I place a barricade here for no reason, really. Now, I hear this window break, so immediately I'm like, okay, if they don't drone it out, I get an easy pick here. So I just sit and wait. They drone. I'm like, maybe the drone didn't see me, but the drone doubles back, and it definitely saw me. So I shoot the drone and I just pull off the angle. Frost tags Ash and gives me the call out that she's there. And I'm like, okay, is she gonna peek that again? No, probably not. So I just go back in eventually. Actually, I should be there for when this one happens. Alright, yeah, so. Oh, this is actually a really good setup here. I don't know who did this. It had to have been Doc, because he's the only person with the pocket shotgun to make these footholes at the moment. Doc made footholes here so that way you could peek. Oh, wait, is that footholes or is that just brick? Oh no, that's just brick. I'm dumb. I completely forgot this is a solid wall. My lack of map knowledge is showing through. So Bandit is holding a pretty aggressive angle here. Just sat fully in the doorway, looking right onto laundry door. Jackal breaks laundry door open, probably swings right through. Bandit exposes himself with a pre-fire. Jackal just walks right in. Gets the pick onto Doc, who doesn't have info because our teammates aren't making callouts to each other. And then just goes straight inside and gets the kill onto Bandit, who was caught running with his gun down. Never a smart thing to do when you're in sight. You don't got places to be, bro. You can just walk slow. And as that happens, I flank Ash. She looks the other way, gets caught from behind. Who killed Buck? Frost killed Buck, so Buck walked through and got hit by the Frost mat, exactly as Frost wanted. Does she get the finish? Maybe not. I rotate back the site off the intel that Frost gave me, get the kill onto Jackal. I don't have intel about Amaru. And I don't have intel about the Buck either, because I guess Frost didn't know the Buck was there. So I was looking at Amaru and got caught by the Buck. Amaru gets caught by Warden because she also has no intel while he does. Buck is going to go for the plant close to the angle. Warden has no intel because there's no cams in sight. Warden goes through the breach that Amaru made with her pocket breach charge. Looks wide, gets caught by Buck, who's close. Pretty good play from Buck, all things considered.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We're not gonna talk about how bro took Capcan. We're not gonna talk about it. I'm acknowledging that it happened. Uh, I did not pick Lesion before bro picked Capcan. He just picked Capcan. Not gonna say much. I have MJ playing Rook here. Rook has a very, like, mid-floor, mid-ceiling type operator. Rook's ability is just an armor plate that gives extra health and guarantees it down if it's not a headshot. So, pretty mediocre benefit, but it's a guaranteed benefit. And the MP5 is good and the impacts are useful. So, not the best operator, but one of those ops you pick when you feel like you're not having a good day.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So, I'm on Lesion. I'm throwing my little pocket needles, my candies. I'm gonna throw them in various places around the map. What the goo mines do is that they give audio intel when they go off, but they also, similar to a frost mat, slow down the operator who's been affected by them. Goo mines, however, it's temporary because you can take the mine out, but to do so you have to go through a decently long animation where your operator pulls the needle out of their leg. This forces you to have your gun down, and that's not really good if you're in a fight, or if someone is about to swing you. However, leaving it in does chip damage that slowly does more over time, so it's kind of important that you take the needle out. How do I... There we go. So Lesion is a pretty good operator. He's also got a good gun. Should mention that. Where did I place the bulletproof camera? Where did I place that? Ah, placed it right in this hallway. So, there's a camera right on the opposite angle to where the cam I placed is. It's a default camera. It's just one of the many cameras that spawns that is pre-placed on the map, right? I placed a bulletproof camera opposite to it. Pretty much for no reason other than I had the camera. And hopefully it would give intel on someone going through here, although uh, pretty naive of me to assume that my teammates would use cams. So MJ is reinforcing laundry wall. It was reinforced last round, but I didn't really talk about why it's important, or talk about it at all, really. Reinforcing this part of laundry wall makes it so that they have to go through the door, or they have to allocate resources. They have to bring their hard breacher here to open this wall. And not only will that make noise breaching the reinforced wall, but it will also waste time. It also potentially leaves them vulnerable because someone could swing the door while they're doing this. So reinforcing laundry wall is kind of important unless you have a specific play where you leave the wall soft and shoot footholes through it, or you play with either a mirror window or a bulletproof cam to swing off the information.
10 seconds remaining.
Warden roaming upstairs. This is a very common entry point, so Warden playing up here far away from sight makes sense. He's likely looking for an easy opening pick to gain man advantage and just set the round in our favor instantly. And that's what he gets. That is indeed what he gets.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Oh, Habana has the diffuser too. He gets the spawn peek right onto Habana. Opening kill. That's their hard breacher gone too. So, while the match has not been crippled as they could get the refrag later on, that is big utility loss because now they don't have a hard breacher. They can't breach any reinforcements to make new lines of sight. And only one person is running hard breaches, and it's Buck. Wait a minute, this fucking this fucking guy's cheating. How did? Okay, so uh, quick background. MNK is console slang for mouse and keyboard, right? And what he's doing is he's playing on console using a Zim adapter to use a mouse and keyboard while playing on Xbox. This is by all definitions cheating, and while not openly endorsed by Ubisoft, they do little to counter it. They're bums for that. Although hopefully Mousetrap should be coming into play soon. But like, I don't know. kind of cringe either way. I am also roaming off site as Lesion is a 2-speed and his entire gadget is based around placing things just outside of sight for uh, maximum intel for your anchors, giving them the most information they can. Kapkan is only just now setting up the final EDD, which, fair play, placing EDDs late into the round is a smart idea. If you place the EDDs early into the round, they could drone them out during prep phase, and if they know where they aren't likely to get hit by them, as what happened in round 2 with Ash. She droned, saw the EDDs, and shot them when she hopped through the window. So, fair play to this Kapkan, you know. A smart decision. Jackal is going through basement, which, alright, playing roam clear, fair enough. Buck gets gooed just off site. Rooney heard that and is now holding the angle. MJ gets a kill onto someone. Oh, goodness, 3 things happened real quick. So Jackal kills Kapkan. MJ kills Ash, who hopped in through here. I see this. I'm going to place a goo there in just a moment. And Aruni gets taken out by Buck. Huh? Oh, she got downed. She got downed by Buck and then finished by Jackal. What was that? Yeah, that was the PDW that just showed. What? Right. Buck. PDW still in kill cam from Kapkan. Moving on. Yeah, the replays in this game aren't that good, I'm gonna be honest. Shit's a little laggy. So I have intel on the push here, but I'm pretty sure I fumble this. Yeah, I fumble this because Jackal is right here. I pull off this angle, go through here, and get picked off by Jackal, who was watching the stairs. Just then I give the call out that Jackal is still roam clearing, and MJ knows where he last was, so she's obviously watching this angle. and she sees who comes through and gets the pick off the back of the EDD. But Iana now knows, and she doesn't know Iana's in sight. And now, Warden, who stayed away from sight for far too long, needs to haul his 3 armor, 1 speed ass all the way back to sight, but at the very least, they don't have diffuser yet. And they don't know he isn't there. Now they pick up the diffuser. There is an audio call for this. There is an audio call that happens when the attackers pick up the diffuser, so that's good. Meaning he now knows. However, he does not know Iana is there. She shot once, she went for the plant. Diffuser gets down, but Buck has the long angle. He's going to go through and die instantly. Once again, good play off Buck. Terrible person, though. Last round of defense. Or no, first round of attack. That was the last round of defense that just happened.
Need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Ah, he was the Fenrir. No fucking wonder. No fucking wonder. Okay. So Fenrir's ability is basically a proximity gas mine that only affects the people in the proximity of it. He plays is a FNAT right here. When someone walks through this archway, they're going to be gassed. Ha ha ha. Right? They're going to be blinded, and he's going to be able to use that intel to swing off them and get the easy kill while they're blind. And then he places another one across from it so that way he can hold this entire corner with minimal effort. He places another one atop stairs.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Ah, man, Rooney places one gate here, so that way if they, push through, yada yada yada, they have to earn utility to get through. Same with here, as this front area is a common push point. However, I feel like it would have been smarter, instead of placing it here, to place them on these, so that way they have to burn hard utility to push this, because you have a Jaeger, you could just ask Jaeger to place an ADS here and get the same effect. I don't know. Copper lobbies. Like, if you place the laser gates on the outside of the hard wall, attackers will have to burn extra utility to get the breach, and with a bandit, not only do you need to burn EMPs, you also need to burn other utility, and then you need to spend the hard breach of some sort to get it open. It's just like, I don't know, you get more bang for your buck that way. On top of having a castle, I didn't even realize, also while having a castle, they could have set up an incredibly tight fucking setup here. If they had castle, place something right here to slow them, and then more things either here or on this back door here to force them to burn even more utility. This could have been such a good setup for the enemies, but they literally just have one guy. They have one guy who does everything.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse
So
the bomb.
instead of making a rotate into other side, Aruni is making head holes? Or is that crouch height that she's... No, these are head holes. Okay. Bit of an odd play to do that without a rotate too, but like everything they're doing on defense is an odd play in my opinion. Also, Castle making the footholes with the super shorty here, pretty smart idea if you're not gonna reinforce these and save reinforcements for something else, I don't know. But like they didn't reinforce this either, so I don't know. the footholds here essentially give whoever's holding A the ability to see people who are in the hallway without giving the people in the hallway much ability to see into A, because you'd have to be prone to get a clean line of sight. And being prone is not a smart idea for the most part, because while you're prone, you're slower, you aim slower, you turn slower, and you are really, really loud. So it's generally not a smart idea to be prone. This is just... This is... This is... That's a pretty mediocre cam. I'd call it dumb even, because... Like... How do you rotate the camera? Okay. The camera is right here. If you shoot a bulletproof camera from the side, you can destroy it. This bulletproof camera is exposed very heavily from the sides. If someone comes up red, they can see the cam and they can shoot it. If they go through this hall, they can see the cam and they can shoot it. If bro placed it a little bit deeper, like right here, it would have been a touch better, or placed it on this corner so that it was only poppable from one angle, or even just set it into the bricks, the little gap right here. There's just a lot to criticize from my perspective. Okay, Castle does place a barricade here. Where? One? Bro placed one? Bro is taking a long ass time with setup. Okay, he places the second one here. Good. While this is happening, I post up on this window, which, if this wall was open, it would give me clean sight into A, right? Unfortunately, it's visible from the master bedroom window, but it also gives me a line of sight onto stairs. Aruni wide swings for some reason, and then because she has a DMR, she loses to close range automatic fire. For someone to call Dime better, they sure are making dumb decisions. Now the second kill comes from IQ, who's already in and taking the long way around, as a counter push and takes out Jaeger. That's the two bottom people on the team dead. While this is happening, she's pushing from here. Buck is getting the counter angle from here. This way they can... IQ can watch this, so that way someone can't swing Buck while he's going for here. And at the same time, I hopped through the window below to follow Buck up the stairs. MJ is about to follow behind. Where is Sledge? Sledge's first floor, probably clearing, looking for any remaining roamers. IQ, I'm pretty sure, either used her gadget or droned out, knows there's FNATs here still, knows that there's someone playing this hallway, and is waiting for intel to swing on, which will be the death of Buck happening soon. While Buck's doing this, watching this angle, IQ's there as well, MJ is behind me. I have claymores and cannot breach the door, but MJ has frag grenades, and you're about... She does not. Fuck! IQ does breaches. That's how we got that open. God damn it. So, Buck swung Fenrir, got blinded by the FNAT, and then Fenrir swung in return and got the kill. I see this and immediately begin watching the ankle, waiting for him to swing again. IQ breaches, I throw the EMP disabling the laser gate, and go to swing.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
However, I get pinned by the bandit who is on red stairs in the castle, who is right here. While that happened, IQ got the kill onto Fenrir, allowing Sledge to go through into the hallway and take side. I'm going to give him a call out about the FNAT soon once I'm spectating after my death. MJ has intel onto the bandit who's on stairs, so now she's watching that. She does not have intel onto the castle though, so she gets swung and dies. However, IQ gets 5 shots off on bandit, and then she rotates to get closer for a easier swing. But Sledge gets it because he takes the long angle and gets real easy line of sight on. That gives IQ free range to just go where she pleases. Well, aside from the laser gate that's back up now. IQ is going to pick up the diffuser. This gives Sledge free range to go wherever he wants, but IQ gets the kill on the castle first. Round 5. This is not match point yet. What are you on about?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Ah, now you're on Skopos. This guy just... this guy. That's really all I can say. Where was that first ADS placed? Was it in here? Where is it? Need something to criticize. Come on, where is it? Oh, he places it on the door. Well, that's fine. Then castle's off the door. In this case, not fine. I wouldn't do that if there was already an ADS there, because if they breach the castle barricade, it could destroy it. The only real reason to do this is to bait frag grenade tech, where you throw the frag grenade under the castle barricade to blow it up when you don't have breaches. But like, I don't think they're planning for that. just based on everything else I've seen. I think this is just a low-key misplay from Castle.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Is next... Okay, places the proximity mine on top stairs first. Alright, fair. Putting a gate on the window. Alright. Cool. Oh, I remember what round this was.
10 seconds
I should
left
be
before
swapping
insertion.
to thermite right about now.
5
Yup.
seconds to go.
So he placed his first one downstairs. He's gonna place his second little robot body here. This... Okay, there's just fucking too much going on here. Putting an ADS, a laser gate, and a castle barricade on the same door. Like, the laser gate and the castle, I get double up, right? The ADS should be off of the door, though. Like, an ADS right here or just slightly off the door, like over here, would be a bit better. But if you put the ADS over here, you have to have someone holding this, so that way they can't just swing wide, shoot that, and then pull off. Where did the second barricade go? I wasn't paying attention. Where did it go?
10 seconds remaining.
Right over the laser gate again. Okay. I won't criticize
5
that
seconds
one.
left.
Unless there's not an ADS on that, right? Okay, there isn't. There is an ADS here though, so this is good. This is good setup. I like this. You have the castle and the gate here to double up on this door and protect this, and then you have the ADS here, so that way if they try and throw something to flash the person who might be holding from behind the bomb or behind the bar, it gets shot out the air, right? So they have to double burn utility. And since flashes have been nerfed to a stack of 2, that's all you need to make someone run out of flashes. Which, pretty good, you know? Pretty good for the defenders, at least. Does Doc places
Attackers are moving
bulletproof?
to defuse a bomb.
Okay, Rooney popping hatch to go downstairs. Interesting. Not uncommon, just... I don't know. Castle goes for a spawn peek and gets tagged a little bit. Rooney breaks the hatch but then just comes back upstairs. Why? Doc finishes reinforcing that wall to protect the person who plays on the A-bomb. Nice. Reinforcing this so that way they potentially have to waste more utility to get in. Cool. I like that. So first kill is going to be me onto Castle. He swings this. I know he's going to swing that because I see the gate. And wait, that was Jaeger? Yeah. Okay, so Jaeger goes through the gate. I see that. I know he's going to swing. I see the bare edge of Castle. That tells me he's there. That gives me the all clear to stay on this angle for as long as I want. Buck kills Doc, pushing into back of B. Once again, this is why team synergy is important. They have no one watching this at the moment. However, Rooney is now about to flank these two and potentially get a double, which would even man count. I get the kill onto... No, Castle gets the kill onto MJ. Oh, Rooney gets taken. How does man count drop again? So Castle gets Buck, then Zoe gets Castle. Scoffboss is here, gets the frag onto Sledge, and then, I'm assuming because better aim, gets the kill onto Zoe, 1v1. I know where Scoffboss is, and that's off-site. I throw a flash to burn the gate. He gets intel off that because he heard it. I'm just like, bro, wait a minute. I bait this to drag him here so I know where he is, right? I see this. I get the brilliant idea. I'm gonna plant here, bait him to swap bodies, and then when I hear the audio cue of him swapping, I'm going to just pre-fire his head. I line up to where he'll be, wait for the sound, and then immediately go for it. I felt like a genius pulling that one off, I won't lie to you. I was screaming, and I quote, got me feeling like LeBron in this bitch. And I mean, top fragger?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Hey,
attackers.
got me feeling like LeBron. So, bro goes back to playing Fenrir because, of course, he does. That's what he did best on. Unfortunately, he's trash, and his teammates aren't picking up the slack. Melusi, though, is a huge play, and literally shout out to Melusi for the big brain strategies. Placing a Banshee at top of stairs is such a power move. If they, it should be like, if they get right halfway up, it'll go off before they're ever up the stairs, which will give an audio call, and if they full commit to it, they'll still be slowed by the time that someone swings, so they won't be all the way up the stairs. They'll die before they even get up to this tertiary room next to site. Big brain play from Melusi. Shout out to that person. Rooney, where did she place the first gate? Placing the first gate here, also kind of smart, because this is a common entry point. You want, like, not even want, you need to have some sort of utility burn here. And then placing another one here, once again, kind of smart, bit default though.
Attackers have located
Honestly,
the
you know
bomb.
what? I respect playing by the books at this point, because that's more than I've seen out of this team so far. Bandit is just now placing his shock wires. Bandit is kind of ass on this site because you can destroy the shock wires from pretty much anywhere. Uh, there's a lot of ways to disable or destroy shock wires. There's uh, impact EMPs, there's frag grenades, there's the Gon 6, there's just straight up shooting them. There's Callie's Lance, whatnot. I could go on. But on this site, a lot of the walls that you would electrify are very exposed. Like this one here. If you're standing here and you get the lineup right, you can throw a nade, shoot them, and it wouldn't even be that much of a waste. You could throw a drone or just use both your nades, disable the gate, and then throw it over, and get both of these. And if, say, an Ace or Hibana was here, they could use their long-ranged hard-breaching devices to breach this wall and then make an angle straight into sight. It's like, it doesn't really do much to delay because it can be taken apart very quickly. And that's the exact opposite of what you want with wall denial. You want it to be a painstakingly slow process to get the wall open. Fenrir playing the same fucking corner again.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, Melusi's kind of dumb for this. Placing bulletproof utility on a soft wall, not smart. They can just use like a breaching round or a breaching charge or a breaching hammer. You get the point. To break the wall around it and then break the device by proxy. Basically anything that has medium to full soft destruction would be able to get that wall off the wall and by proxy meaningless within a few moments.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Placing a Banshee in or nearby a default plant spot, pretty good. By the books, respect it. I don't respect this whatsoever. Who got that? Doc spawn peeked and got. That's not Doc. This is Doc. Nah. Nah, that's crazy. That's not even a spawn peek, bro. Just waited. He gets the opening pick and then he pulls off immediately. Not even, like, I'm not gonna fight for map control here. I just wanted to change man count and now I'm gonna play slow. I respect that. Smart fucking play from Doc. Now, Ash and I are going to twiddle our thumbs for a little bit, taking this real slow, trying to hunt the Doc out. Ash is pushing in. I'm going to the window to see if there's anyone on stairs. Obviously there isn't, so I just hop right through, especially since Ash gets the kill on the Doc. Then she gets the kill onto a Rooney, and I'm just like, alright, well, this is where I've got to be, I guess. I get in the position to refrag the Ash. I go onto stairs to hold a tighter angle. However, Fenrir has intel on Ash and then just swings. I know Fenrir's in that corner, and I just don't want to play that. However, MJ over here is going for the counterplay. I throw a flash down. MJ's in position. He's getting ready, but the F-net should be going off soon. I go from Lucy. Oh no, F-net never went off. He just heard it because fucking... Oh, this is a 3 armor. I go for Melusi, I get killed. It is what it is, but I died with the diffuser. Now Buck's in sight. No aid and no diffuser. Gets Melusi. And obviously goes for the diffuser from the easier side to push. Gets tagged on the shock a little bit. Has a little spraying match with Fenrir. Fenrir pulls off, he doesn't know. Fenrir places an F-net. You can see the F-net from Buck's perspective. It's right there. Pretty upsetting. I even make the call out that you can see the F-net. However, he doesn't go for it. He places the drone back here to watch, so obviously I do in case he goes for the flank. He doesn't. He evidently doesn't. He runs through the gate. Another F-net on the door. Fenrir is going to get intel any moment now. Has intel. Just like that. Minded. Dead.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
It was a good play, considering it was end of round. All he had to do was watch the diffuser, and he had the utility to do it as safely as possible. Still fucking hate that guy, though. Fuck you.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I'll preface this by saying, I don't like Thorn, I don't play Thorn, but I had a fucking nutty idea. Barbed wire slows down whoever walks through it. It also does damage now, so that kinda messes with my whole strategy. Because people are more likely to break it now. Barbed wire slows people down, it makes noise. So I place a razor shell, which is a timed detonatable trap, right? It is a timed proximity-based trap. I place one right here, right behind the barbed wire, so that way if they avoid the barbed wire, then activate it, they're going to panic and run into it and still take damage. I place another one right beside the door on the inside of the fireplace to bait them into running deeper and either hopping through over the couch or going straight through here. And then I place the last one, I believe, I place it on the back side of the desk. No, I place it in this hallway over here, right?
10 seconds left before insertion.
Well, while I'm being indecisive about that, Bandit electrocuted this front wall, which makes it harder for attackers to take this main wall, and he's going to electrify the side wall to protect anyone in A. Big plays, love that. Aruni placed a default gate on that door, and I believe on the front door as well, right? Yep. So that way if someone wants to open this, they have to waste utility to even get in the room, and then spend more utility opening the wall.
Left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Yeah, I die in this round because I don't I don't like this gun. And yep, I placed the last shell in here on the roof, so that way someone can't see it from outside the archway, but if they walk in it gives me a audio cue, so that way I know to swing. Buck droning out before entry with Nomad right behind. Warden shoots the drone. I'm not gonna call that a misplay, but I will say it wasn't exactly a smart thing to do. Gets into an engagement with Buck. Meanwhile, Ash is engaged with Aruni. I'm here behind Warden for the refrag. Aruni gets the kill on Ash. Warden's going to swing up to throw the nitro cell. Misses. Peeks Warden soon. Gets tagged a lot. Warden's... Oh no! Warden hasn't been tagged a lot. I peek a little bit and get tagged. So I pull off. Warden then peeks and gets taken out instantly by the Iana. Warden then gives the tag that Warden gives the call that Iana hasn't been using her drone at all, so don't expect her to be baiting with it. I died a Buck because I don't practice with that gun. Meanwhile, Aruni is engaging Jackal and gets the pick, evening man count. Big ups to Aruni this round, by the way. Bandit gets downed and finished. That tells both Aruni and MJ that they are pushing A site. Aruni watches the rotate hole while MJ stays in vault to watch this breach that Buck just made. MJ gets the kill onto Buck because she knows where he is. Aruni gets the down onto Iana because she doesn't know where they are. Nomad is about to trigger my trap, which gives MJ the intel, and also she takes damage from it, just a little bit though. And since MJ knows where she is, she gets the first shot in, gets time to adjust the aim and gets the kill. I pick Thermite again because Thermite is just a very good operator, a main hard breacher, and also I've been doing good with the gun, obviously. Playing Fenrir again because this guy is a fucking one-trick pony. I will go in on this. Fuck people like this. Fuck people like this. You have literally one trick. Your aim is kind of decent because you're literally fucking cheating, and that's all there is to you. You are a bitch. You learned the most basic strategy watching a YouTube tutorial, and you think you're fucking hot shit. You're not. You literally crutch Fenrir because you've been having a difficult time winning against people with comparable aim to your own, because you have zero fucking idea of how to place yourself in a advantageous position to win a gunfight. You have no semblance of an idea of how to strategize or how to work with your team. You're a bum. You're fucking terrible at this game. Please, actually learn how to communicate with people. Good
Attackers have
barricade from
discovered the
Castle,
location of
though.
a bomb.
Love that. Once again, Aruni playing default with the gates. Respect that, you know. That is an interesting spot for Gershman. Did she even place it there? Or am I tripping? No, she definitely places it there. It's certainly an interesting spot because that's castled off and you can't swing off that information. But I don't know, maybe bro had an idea. Because there is still the wall being soft here. Someone could swing from here and pre-fire through the soft wall, so maybe, if I give like the ultimate benefit of the doubt, Doc bringing the pocket shotty pistol to make rotates. Love that. Fenrir doing all his setup downstairs, spending all of his prep time downstairs, not doing up any site setup.
10 seconds left.
Reinforcing the walls around site. Still pretty
5
good.
seconds remaining.
Okay, I like this castle barricade. I actually like this one. I like these two in general. If someone hops through a closet window and they go straight into master, they're going to have an easier time swinging whoever's holding A site, because the person on A site isn't going to have the easy line of sight onto the windows to just pick them off as they hop through. But also he barricades off bathroom door, so that way they have to spend utility and make extra noise if they want to rotate out bathroom from a gunfight, so they're first to leave the way they came in, which is probably a straight fucking line. Meaning if the person holding here plays aggressive enough, they can just get a free and easy pick. But it also means that if someone hops in through here, they can't just rotate into closet or bathroom easily. Meaning they have to either full commit or pull off and go through the window, which wastes them time. I like this castle setup. I like this.
Attacker's objective is
Okay.
to defuse the bomb.
Is he playing the same fucking corner again? He is. He is playing the same fucking corner again. There's nothing wrong with having a basic, you know, power position, because that's what this is. He's just playing a common power position. But come the fuck on, dude. Have you nothing else? This is your one fucking trick. You have no flexibility whatsoever. They don't have to push here for this site. They could just not fucking push here for this site, right? We could just not push here. Like, imagine we drawn out, which I'm pretty sure we have. Yep, we have. We have a good idea, Fenrir's there. We could just not push this. We could just go through these back stairs here and take site from here. Or we could just go through bathroom like that. Admittedly, it would be pretty difficult, but it would make this entire fucking setup here pointless. What I'm saying is, your strategy should be based around what site you're doing, and you shouldn't do the same strategy for two different sites. You shouldn't play the exact same position for two different sites, because they're physically in two different spots. We ain't gotta push there. Like, say Rooney dies on this spawn peak, right? Say someone was here, Rooney dies on this spawn peak. We now have intel that this is clear. And we can just breach fucking through. We can just breach through master and get in, right? Sure, we gotta play gunfights and whatnot, and we got a drone, but that would be a significantly easier push than pushing a Fenrir who might do something after we take site. It's just, I fucking hate this guy. That's really what it is. I'm hypercritical on everything he does because I fucking hate him. Oh, okay. Castle just doubling up on this, forcing them to play a certain way. I like this. I like this. The castle barricade here compounds with these three, right? If you go through here, either you waste utility breaching one of these to go somewhere else, or you go the way castle wants you to, and you go through here. I like this way of playing castle. This is how I tend to try and play castle. Force the attackers to go the way you want, or to go a way that's really uncomfortable for them. That is what I like. That's what I love. Now, Sledge is going through first floor. He triggers an FNAT, I'm pretty sure, but he just shoots it, I think. I think he triggers an FNAT, right? No, he shot the cam. So if I remember correctly, someone flanks right about this time, Rooney, and gets caught by MJ, who's playing flank watch as Gridlock, as she should be. Fucking fly. Why? So many people roaming. Sledge catches Doc with his back turn, gets an easy pick. This gives us easy access into site through these stairs here. Which, if I can remember the macro, I can remember the fucking button. Now, literally all 5 of us are in this one spot, pushing site. We pretty much have entire control of this part of site. All we have to do is get the plant ready. Ash swings Fenrir, but gets down. I wait for the pop until Ash is dead because I don't want to get team kill. I take an angle, watching the breach from stairs, that way I have an half wall to hide behind in case I start losing the gunfight. MJ is still playing flank watch downstairs, which in this position, while we have man count, is smart. We have enough guns on site as is. She just needs to make sure we don't get flanked. Meanwhile, Sledge is also going for a flank of his own onto Castle. Does he get taken here? He does, though, which is bad. And immediately off that, MJ is back on site with us and places gridlock tracks at the bottom of the stairs, so that way someone either walks through that and dies, or destroys them and gives us intel when they flank. I get the call on Castle and Bathroom, so I begin watching that, while IQ is watching an angle onto site. Gets a tag on Fenrir, but Fenrir is going to pull off and get rezzed, if I remember correctly. No, Fenrir dies, because it's Castle and Ella left. IQ swings onto Ella. I'm pretty sure she dies soon enough, though. I get the lineup on the flash, and Ella drops. So I go for the plant despite being in the FNAT, just to get the plant down. Now I pull off, and immediately go back to my angle that I have onto the diffuser. But since MJ's watching this up top, I decide to just watch the flank because I saw Ella drop, but I didn't know that she comes back up. Ella's going for the diffuser. MJ's watching this. We're at a stalemate here because no one has intel. They don't want to go for a risky play. I come off the flank because I hear them going for the disable. MJ goes, dies, but I get the down onto Ella. I don't need to finish because she's down, she can't do anything, and she can't self-res. Castle pulls off the diffuser because I'm about to swing, but he's caught looking. He is caught looking the wrong way and loses the gunfight, leading to a pretty well-deserved victory, if you ask me.